Jessie Draper, the Valley Girl. Let's talk business. I'm like the Valley Girl.
Big Frame is a digital management company that works with the biggest YouTube influencers to create and market video content. Sarah Penna is founder of Big Frame and a Rockin Woman. Well, here we are with Sarah Penna of Big Frame. So how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So full disclosure here, we work together, which is very exciting. But you're also an incredible female founder.
Thank you.
You're doing something that nobody else is doing yet. And I think that it's so interesting. So tell me, what is Big Frame for our viewers?
Yeah. So Big Frame is a media company, and we manage YouTube content creators. So it is kind of a unique thing that we do because a lot of people don't even realize people can actually make money on YouTube. I mean, that's changing, but let alone have managers.
Right.
So we work with a little over 100 content creators. Everyone is making content for YouTube, and we are a network, a YouTube network, which we can go into a little bit later. We do ad sales, so brand integration deals, sponsorship deals, that kind of stuff. We work on audience development, marketing, PR, and then general career management.
It's a great idea because everyone's trying to figure out this sort of new digital media model. Mm-hmm. No one understands it. Yeah. So how did you get started?
I wouldn't say that I stumbled into it. I was pretty deliberate with how I did it, but it was sort of a series of choices that I made that led me into it. So
because you were in entertainment a little bit before.
Yeah,
right?
I worked in reality TV, and I kind of had a vision. I had like the opposite of an aha moment, like a oh God moment. Like I had a vision of my life as a reality TV producer, and I kind of cringed, and I was like, I can't do that for my sanity. I can't be like chasing after B-level celebrities and getting them like sign releases and cause drama. And I just it just wasn't for me. It was a very fun job coming right out of college.
So you got into it, and then your husband is he was a big YouTuber.
Yeah. So in between reality TV land and when I started my company, I actually worked at Current TV.
Okay, I know.
So
Current.
Yeah. So I was like, well, I like this non-scripted world, but I like documentaries more than I like reality. So Current was kind of a perfect home for me. And when they moved away from doing their viewer-created content stuff, I was like, well, I really love this idea of convergence. I really love the idea of how can these screens interact with each other.
Right.
And I kept reading all these articles like billions of, millions of hours of online content being watched a month and all of this stuff. And I was like, where is this being watched? Because it's clearly not on Current. And so it was YouTube.
Yeah.
And so I started kind of uncovering this whole world, and I met my husband actually at a Halloween party that Phil DeFranco threw.
And he runs a great news show, and it's fun. I love watching it.
Phil, to me, is like the model of how to build an empire out of one successful YouTube channel. That was like mid-2009, and a lot of YouTube channels were just starting to move to LA. People were just starting to make, enough money to live. And I was kind of like the first person a YouTuber had hired. And so it was kind of all eyes on me.
Yeah.
Like, what is she doing? What is Phil doing with this person? And I was like working in his apartment, and
pretty standard for a YouTuber.
Standard.
Yeah.
I would wake him up in the morning with his venti Earl Grey tea latte with 5 Splendas, and we'd get to it. And I learned so much working for him. I learned, I was editing his vlogs. I was writing and producing his, at the time that he had a video game review channel called Like Totally Awesome. And I was just getting to know all the YouTube content creators, and a lot of them started coming up to me saying, can you help me? Can you do what you're doing for Phil for me? And I was like, well, no, because I like working for Phil is more than a full-time job. But, Phil and I parted ways, and I was like, well, there's a business here, I think.
It was just announced that you guys are launching the content,
Content verticals.
Content verticals. So tell me about those.
Yeah, so we just announced Forefront, which is our first content vertical, but it's an urban vertical. And, we all kind of hate that word urban, so we're trying to reappropriate it and call it verge culture. We're making up words here. And basically what it is, it's we're aggregating all the channels together that we have in our network that fit this Verge culture, and we're launching a website, and the goal of the website is to actually become so influential that when we post a blog about a video, it drives traffic.
Right.
It drives a significant amount of traffic. And so again, it's really about trying to solve this problem of discovery. Because if I'm really into all of those things, where do I go to find out what's cool or discover content?
Right.
There isn't really a place.
Yeah, it's true, and that is the problem with YouTube. Like, YouTube is a wonderful thing, but that is the problem. Like, where is the discovery? How do you find it?
Yeah, I think probably once or twice a week I have a call with somebody and they say, okay, so how do I tune into Big Frame? I'm like, well, I can send you an Excel spreadsheet that has like the links to all of our channels.
Right,
That's
right.
the closest that we have right now.
Yeah.
Or playlists. We now have playlists on our Big Frame channel, but it's a very clunky mechanism of discovery. And so that's why, growing audience is so hard. We're trying to take some of those obstacles of discovery out of the picture for specific niche audiences. So urban is our first one. And then our second one we're launching is called Wonderly. And it's a geek girls vertical.
I think that's probably the reason I'm working with you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're an incredible female entrepreneur. I mean, you clearly built this from the ground up, which is true entrepreneurship right there. What is one piece of advice you have for a female entrepreneur?
I don't know how to word this exactly, but think of yourself as an entrepreneur first and a woman second. Because I think that there is a tendency for female entrepreneurs to get trapped into a mentality of it's either one extreme or the other. Like, oh, I'm a female entrepreneur, I can't do this on my own. Or I need a co-founder. Or, oh, I'm a female entrepreneur, don't put me in this box. Yeah. And so I would say go forth as an entrepreneur and then use the benefits of being a woman, which include I go to conferences and I get to speak about being a female entrepreneur, and I got to speak at UC Santa Barbara about being a female entrepreneur, and you get to there are groups and there are classes and there are so many doors that can be opened, because you're a female entrepreneur. So don't see it as a handicap.
Yes,
I would say.
That's a good way to look at it.
That being said, I do appreciate my CEO is a middle-aged man, and it's true. It definitely helps in the fundraising process, especially for me because this is my first company. I am young. I look young. I'm not trying to flatter myself, but I have bangs. I don't look old. And a lot of VCs are buying into the team, and they need to know that there's an adult running the show,
right?
Or at least participating in the show.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very fortunate that my CEO is amazing and extremely respectful of what I built before he joined, and really allows me to be the face of the company. And he's kind of the driving force behind it.
I don't need to get on my soapbox too much, but there are still those times where you do feel like you're a girl and you feel like you aren't heard because, I don't want to say because you're a girl, but because people will pay attention to the man. The man in the room.
I've been called kiddo, honey, sweetheart. They would never say that to Steve, my CEO. They would never call Steve kiddo, And I'm like, and this is by people who are not founders, are coordinators at other companies. And I'm like, don't call me kid. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I get really offended. You would never say that to a man, and that's, they would never feel comfortable calling man kiddo.
Yeah, and something about sweetheart is so degrading.
It is.
I don't know anyone who says it's sweetheart, because it's always used in a chill out.
Yeah, relax. Yeah. I'm always like, No.
You did not just
Oh, you tell me to relax? Wait to see what happens.
I'm like the Valley Girl.
And I'm like Sarah Penna of Big Frame.
Go Big Frame. Go Big Frame. Yeah, go Big Frame.
And now it's time for your Dits moment.
Twitter was never a word, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess I don't know. Twitter.
No, I don't think it's a real word.
I guess twittering. Now it's now it's real.
Yeah,
now we're
it's a verb.
Of course it's a word.
Yeah.
Twitter.
Yeah. It is bird.
A bird?
The noise a bird makes is a Twitter.